Welcome all to the first video of the weight loss series. In this video, I am going to discuss 5 ways to monitor or track the progress. First, let us begin with weight checking. It is perhaps the most widely practiced method, very easy and practical. You only need a weighing scale. Ideally, measure yourself once a week at the same time under the same conditions using the same weighing scale, preferably after you wake up and before you eat breakfast. You need to record the weight so that you will know the trend, whether you are increasing or decreasing. Some of us are having the habit of stepping into the weighing scale whenever we feel like. That may not work well. It will show the variations in a very different way. How do we know what is our ideal weight? There are ideal weight calculators available online which computes ideal body weight ranges based on height, gender, and age. There are several popular formulae used, and our ideal weight calculator provides the results for side-to-side comparisons. However, getting an ideal weight based on your ideal BMI is a good way to know that. I will provide the link for ideal weight calculators in the description. Why checking weight is not enough? Sometimes your hard work or diet and exercise may not reflect on the scale for first few weeks, and it could demotivate you. It could take several weeks of diet and exercise before seeing significant changes in the scale. There could be day-to-day fluctuations as well. Some of us would like to expect results so soon, which leads to disappointment. So the scale could tell how much weight you are losing, but we do not know if you are losing muscle or fat. You could lose fat, your clothes fit better, and people may say that you have lost weight. So without losing weight, actual weight by checking in the weighing machine. Are you losing inches, fitting into smaller sizes and slimming down? If the answer is yes, that's a good sign that you are gaining muscle and losing fat, which is exactly what you want. Let us see the second method, that is BMI, Body Mass Index. Body Mass Index is a measure that uses your height and weight to work out if your weight is healthy. BMI calculation divides an adult's weight in kilograms by their height in meters squared. You can easily check your BMI using online BMI calculator. I will provide the link in the description. A BMI between 18.5 and 24.9 is considered healthy. So there are BMI ranges for underweight, healthy weight, overweight, and obesity. Muscle is much denser than fat, we all know. So very muscular people such as heavyweight boxers, weight trainers, and athletes could have higher BMI. Asians and some other ethnic groups have a higher risk of developing long-term conditions such as diabetes. And a BMI above 23 is considered as risk. So hence it is important to keep in mind that for Asian population, BMI should be below 23. Though BMI used commonly, it has many limitations and is a poor tracking tool for weight change because there are no way to identify if changes in your weight are in fat or in muscle. Predicting health risk using a single number such as BMI oversimplifies our health risk and ignores important factors that contribute to positive health. When you are trying to get healthier, you are more likely focused on losing fat and gaining muscle. Scales or BMI cannot tell how much of your weight loss is fat, muscle, or body water, but body composition can tell that. Now let us look at the third measure, that is waist size. Otherwise it is called waist circumference. Why waist size matters? Measuring your waist is a good way to check that you are not carrying too much fat around stomach, which can raise your risk for heart disease, type 2 diabetes and stroke. You can have a healthy BMI but still have excess tummy fat, meaning you are still at risk of developing these conditions. So how to measure this? It's also very easy to do that. Find the bottom of your ribs and the top of your hips. Wrap a tape measure around your waist midway between these points. Breathe out naturally before taking the measurement. It is at the level of belly button or just above it, and use the same place for consistency. Regardless of your height or BMI, you should try to lose weight if your waist circumference is, for men, above 94 centimeter, that means it is 37 inches or above, and for women, if the waist size is above 80 centimeter, that is 31.5 inches. Health risk associated with high waist circumference. A recent systematic review revealed that findings shows that high waist circumference increase the risk of developing hypertension, type 2 diabetes mellitus, hypercholesteremia, joint pain, low back pain and hyperuricemia. So this is findings from a systematic review. That means many research studies put together and come to a conclusion. Hyperuricemia means too much of uric acid in your blood. So high uric acid levels can lead to several diseases such as painful joints, arthritis, and also it can be associated with health conditions such as heart disease, diabetes and kidney disease. Now let us look at the fourth measure, that is measuring body fat percentage. So that is also a very important measure, and there are several formulas available to calculate percentage of body fat, and I will provide the link in the description. So you can calculate at home by taking your weight and some measurements using tape. So you may need to enter gender, current weight, waist circumference, hip circumference, that is taken at the widest part of your hip, forearm circumference, that is find the largest circumference below the elbow, it is usually closer to the elbow, wrist circumference, and some calculators use neck circumference as well. So whichever type of calculator you are using, you provide these measurements and it will calculate automatically. So there are some criteria given. So for a percentage to have an acceptable level of fat, for men it is 18 to 24%, and for women it is 25 to 31%. Anything above that is considered as an unhealthy fat percentage. And there are categories for essential fat percentage, athlete build, and for fit category. So you can check all that. I will provide the links. There are some other ways of measuring body fat percentage, that is by using skin fold thickness. You could purchase a simple body fat caliper, or digital body fat calipers are also available. So this is one of the oldest and still most common methods for determining body fat percentage. This test estimates the percentage of body fat by measuring skin fold thickness using calipers at specific locations on the body. The thickness of this fold is a measure of the fat under the skin, also called subcutaneous adipose tissue. Skin fold thickness results rely on formulas that convert these numbers into an estimate of a person's percentage of body fat according to a person's age and gender. Once you have these measurements, you will need to convert these numbers into a percentage of body fat. So there are software program available, and I will provide the link for calculations. There are also some gizmos or devices specifically meant to measure fat percentage. You can place it on different locations in the body and it will automatically give the readings. The last measure is body composition, and it is the most important measure to determine the weight loss or the fitness levels. So scales or BMI cannot tell how much of your weight loss is fat, muscle or body water, but body composition can tell all these things. Let us see whether skinny, some people are skinny, are they always healthy? People who are skinny fat may look thin and healthy because they have an acceptable amount of subcutaneous fat, that is a type of fat stored just under the skin, but they have an increased health risk due to an excessive amount of visceral fat. So visceral fat is the fat stored in the internal organs like kidney, intestine, stomach and liver. So that is why it is called skinny fat, because people appear to be not fat, but they have some fat deposits around the internal organs. So visceral fat has been linked with heart disease, high cholesterol, type 2 diabetes, lower bone mineral density and loss of cognitive function. So a healthy balance of fat and muscle is a vital component of long-term health. Having sufficient muscle mass help boost the immune system, it support good posture, it can enhance mobility and prevent frailty in old age. So how to measure the body composition? There are advanced weighing scales available. These are called smart scales. So these scales will analyze body weight, BMI, body fat, body water, bone mass, muscle mass, etc. So these scales, some of the scales are called BIA scales, that is bioelectric impedance analysis scale. So these scales use small electric currents to measure body composition. So BIA is a method of measuring impedance or resistance by applying alternating electric currents to a user to measure the volume of water through impedance values. So it's a method used to measure the components of the body, including muscle mass, body fat, and total body water. So I will provide the link for some BIA devices in the description. So what are the benefits of knowing the body composition? So it helps to find the baseline. So you can determine whether you need to lose or gain or maintain your weight. It will assess the percentage body fat. So you can focus on fat loss, not just weight loss. And it maximizes your workout routine to fit your unique health and fitness goals. It calculates the caloric needs and create a personalized nutrition plan. It will set the realistic goals, accurately monitor progress, and you can stay motivated. So there are several benefits of measuring the body composition. There are clinical tests available, which is usually carried out by the professionals. I would like to talk about the advanced technology available in the form of wearable devices, fitness watches, smart watches, Fitbits, etc. These are all activity trackers, and it will track the steps, distance travel, calories burned, and BMI and some other information. Most of these fitness trackers doesn't track the body composition, but there are some very advanced trackers available these days that will track the body composition as well. So I will provide the link of some of these type of advanced devices in the description. So that's all. We have come to the end of the video. So far we have discussed about checking weight, body mass index, waist size, measuring fat percentage and body composition, the popular 5 ways of tracking the progress. So if you find this video useful, please like, comment, share and subscribe. Next upcoming video is about healthy diet. See you soon. Until then, goodbye. Keep tracking. Goodbye.